What's up, everybody? This is Robbie from Geek Level Asian. A few weeks ago, I put out two particular videos that have to do with legacy morphers. The first one demonstrating what the Toyhax Reprolabels look like on the legacy morpher, and the second video demonstrating what the BD15 Decals look like also on a legacy morpher. And at the end of those two videos, I actually said I'm going to do a comparison between the two so that you could see the difference. And I'm going to throw in my 90s retro morpher so that you could see the difference between all three. Toyhax Reprolabels, BD15 Decals, and the 90s retro morpher. So here we go. So I guess first things first, let's just take a look at the morphers because they are beautiful. Look at them. At first glance, you may not even realize that I have replaced the stickers, but as we take a closer look, you'll start to see that the stickers are made of different materials, which then changes the way that the light reflects off them, and then also makes the colors look a little different. Do they both look great? Absolutely. This in no way is me saying I like one more than the other. They're both amazing. It just depends on what type of look that you want. So here we go. So this is the first legacy morpher that I've ever purchased, and I replaced the original painted graphics with the Toyhax Reprolabels, and I do think it looks really good. I don't know how much the camera is going to pick it up, but the letters are raised. They are embossed. And it has this really nice shiny but matte finish on the sticker, and they are very high quality stickers. I do like them a lot. I replaced the bolts and obviously the red ring, and I also threw on the shiny gold stickers that go on the Z on the back of the morpher, and I happen to really like, and I mentioned this in the original video, I really like what they did here. These stickers have little gold, almost like chips or spots on them, but then the rest of the sticker is clear, it's translucent, so it just looks like there's some nice texture around the Z. I really like how that came out. The holster itself, I didn't really put this on very straight, but you do get a Z to go on the holster so that you actually have a graphic there, which I think looks nice. And you could see it in this shot, the almost matte finish that is over all of the stickers, which I do think looks good. And on the side of the holster, it has the gray vents. I call them vents. They look like vents to me, like an air duct vent. You know, all the stickers have that silvery, shiny matte finish on them, and I do really like that. So this is the second legacy morpher that I purchased, and this has the BD15 decals on it. Now you'll notice right off the bat, the BD15 decals look more rich. They look a little bit more saturated, like the red is definitely more red, and that's because it doesn't have the same type of matte finish over the entire surface of the sticker, so you get more of a true color. So if screen accuracy is really what you're looking for, this might be the way to go for you. The letters on the front are not embossed or raised like on the Toyhax Reprolabel, but, you know, that might not be your thing. That might not be something you're looking for. Again, I doubt that the actual show morphers had embossed raised lettering, so, you know, it just depends on what your style is and what you're going to be using your morpher for. If you're doing it with a cosplay or if it's just sitting on your desk, whatever your preference is, you know, really whatever your preference is. Moving on to the back, it's a different take on what the back should look like, but this is probably actually, again, more show accurate because in the original show, this entire back piece was just a sticker. So that being said, BD15 Decals made sure that this was, you know, just a flat gold shiny finish, and I do love the way that looks. It's so funny because I love the way that they both look. This being the second morpher that I applied stickers or decals or labels, whatever you want to call them, to, I did a much better job on this one applying the Z. I'll show both of them together and you'll kind of see where I messed up a little bit on my original morpher, but I do love the way that looks. It came out great. Now moving on to the holster for the BD15 Decals, I had applied this one incorrectly, so I actually had to take it off, and that's my fault. But when you're looking at the vents, they look almost like the same graphic, but again, they don't have that matte finish, silvery surface to them. They just look more, again, they look more saturated. They are more present. I could definitely see these more from afar than I could see the Toyhax labels. And, you know, again, it's up to you. It depends on what you like. So now, just showing them together right off the bat, you can really see the difference in color. To the right, I have the BD15 decals. On the left, I have the Toyhax Reprolabels. And the Toyhax definitely looks like more of a deep red, you know, just a deeper red. This is more of a vibrant red that, again, is probably more show accurate. And since these morphers were released at different times, you'll notice that the coins are a little different. But again, taking a close look at the Reprolabels, you can see that shiny matte finish on these labels, and these are more Again, just rich. They're vinyl stickers. They are also beautiful. I like them both. Now, when you get to the back, you'll see the difference in style choice. The Toyhax Reprolabel has that almost gold chip texture to it, and the BD15 decal went with more of a screen-accurate gold surface, which also looks very good. It really depends on what you prefer. But here's the major difference on the Z. You will notice that the Reprolabel Toyhax Z doesn't have a sticker on the inside of the Z. It doesn't cover the whole thing, while the BD15 decal does. So yeah, I mean, that is a difference. Is it a big difference? Not really. It really depends on what you like. So now moving on to the holsters side by side, the thing that I want you to focus on are the vents. This is the Reprolabel Toyhax holster, and you'll notice you cannot really see the vents on the side. The shadows really covering them up, and again, that's more because of the texture that the stickers are made out of, while the BD15, I could see those vents. And again, it just has to do with the material that the stickers are made out of. So, you know, it really depends on what you like. If you want the vents to be very noticeable, BD15 is the way to go. If you want it to be a little bit more subdued and get that matte finish, great. Go with the Toyhax Reprolabels. And for the grand finale, this is my original retro Morpher that I've had probably since around 1st or 2nd grade. Now, you'll notice that the stickers are applied very bad, and that's because I don't even remember where I bought these from. I bought these on eBay because when you originally purchased the 90s Morpher, it was actually manufactured incorrectly, and the stickers were applied upside down. So it looked more like, let me just open this guy up. The coin, am I spinning it the right way? Yeah. The coin was in it like this, and the stickers said Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on it this way, and it just wasn't right. And it's funny because I noticed that when I was a kid. I noticed that it was upside down, but, you know, I'm a kid. I can't really do anything about that. I was just like, wow, this is not right. And then when I got older, I was a teenager, I was on eBay, and I was like, oh man, someone remade the stickers for my Morpher. I'm going to order those, and I just, you know, I applied them, and they, at the time, just looked fine to me. It's funny because the lights that I'm using really pick up all the imperfections, but like when you're just holding it like this, you can't really tell. It's if I'm really shining the light in a certain direction, you see all the imperfections. Same things with these guys. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have really shaky hands. I said that in both videos, and you know, if I shine these a certain way, you will definitely see more of the imperfections that I made, that I created. But don't get me wrong, I think both came out great, even with my shaky hands. But back to this guy, this is probably the most show-accurate Morpher prop that there is. I mean, I believe this is the same size as the television show Morpher. It also has the red button, and it doesn't have all of the graphics on the back. Again, even on Zyuranger, this was all a sticker. There was no 3D popping out or plastic texture on here. It wasn't black like this. It had the gold, but it was a sticker. It is also made of plastic and has that gray plasticky look, which is what is more accurate to the show. The Morphers on the show did not look like this. They definitely weren't this shiny, and I don't believe they were as large, because these are pretty big. I mean, putting these guys next to each other, you could just see the size difference. There is a pretty large difference. Now, one last thing that I think is important to mention, this has nothing to do with the stickers or the decals, but I happen to like the lights and sounds, the way that they are on the 90s Morpher more than the Legacy versions, and I'll show you what that looks like. So when you open up the 90s Morpher, all 4 lights light up continuously as you hold onto the button, and the sound doesn't stop. The sound keeps going as you keep holding onto the button, and I'll show you what that looks and sounds like. So I'm holding onto it, keeps going. I've actually had the same battery in this Morpher since I was a kid, and it still works. Okay, so let me close this up. Now, this is my original Legacy Morpher with the Toyhax Reprolabels on it, and when you open up this Morpher, only 1 light lights up, and then it plays the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers theme song as long as you're holding onto the button, and that is more like this. and as I hold on to the button, the theme song will play. I don't really know that, if I'm pretending to morph or if I'm playing with the toy, I really want the theme song to play. I don't know, I never really wanted that. And as I let go, it makes a sound and then it turns off. Now, this was a different release of the Legacy Morpher, and when you open up this one, what I do like about it is all 4 lights light up, but then it plays the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers theme song whether you're hitting the button or not. Check this out. Now, it's just playing. I don't really want that. But, okay. You gotta hit the button again for that to stop. Thank you very much, everybody, for checking out this video. If you are in the market for relabeling or putting new stickers on any of your morphers, I hope this helps you determine which company you want to go with. Again, I don't think one is better than the other. They do just look different. I'm looking at the screen right now. They look different. I'm going to leave the information for Toyhax Reprolabels and BD15 Decals down below so that you guys can go shop for them if you want to buy them. If you like this video and you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can go ahead and follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and even Snapchat now, all at Geek Level Asian. Again, I hope this video helps you decide on which labels or decals, whatever you want to call them. I hope it helps you decide which ones you want to get, and I will see you next time.